What's going on, everybody? My name's John, and this is my buddy Steve, and we are TalkdaTalk, the one-stop shop for some fun and interesting news where nothing is left off the table. We're going to talk about current topics, sports, you name it. We're going to talk about it. I'm personally excited about being here with Steve, who has not only had a hit podcast in Northwest Indiana, but has been a great sports writer for 30 years, and so he's going to give you some insights on the main topics that we're going to be talking about, from sports to whatever. So what's going on there, Stevie boy?
Give me some scan, John.
Yo! Hey! So, you know.
Follow the science. Follow the science.
Follow the science. That's what it's all about, Stevie boy. So I'm so excited to be here. We have some great things in store for you guys. We're going to do some douche of the week.
Yes, we are.
We're going to do the douche of the week. Talk a little bit about that because, you know, I think everybody needs a little poking in the rib cage to just get it off their chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
We're going to do Hero of the Week because we want to bring some fun and good news every once in a while. How about that?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Can they change my cue card?
Do you have one?
Yes, they do.
Let's not get so technical around
Yes, we
here.
do.
Yes, we do. Of course, we got the Hero of the Week, and then we got the 10-second scream, which will be a weekly thing, which I think we all need because we've been in this coronavirus trap for so freaking long.
And nobody in America can giggle and laugh and smile anymore. I'm smiling now. You just can't see.
Yes, you
And
are.
all we do is scream at each other. That's it. That's all.
Is that wrong?
So
Anyway.
yeah.
And we're going to do our top stories of the week, and then Steve's got a special segment with his rant, and then we'll be out of your hair. Yay! Oh, like out of his hair. Hey, look. Clarice. Anyway. All right, here we go. We're going to go start with our first segment. You ready to jump in?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. This is Douche of the Week, and I guess apparently Mickey Callaway is Steve's Douche of the Week. There's a guy who you don't want to touch his camera.
Oh, no. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Woo!
Hey, Mickey.
Woo!
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Okay.
Oh, I was just getting into it.
Can you still do the robot?
Not really. I'm married now. That's what I did to get the chicks back in the day.
All right.
When you got it, you know.
Picking a douche of the week in America these days is not easy.
No.
Not at all. But Mickey Callaway made it very easy this week.
Oh, my gosh.
As reported in The Athletic, a great source of sports information, Callaway aggressively pursued 5 women when he was with the Cleveland Indians, New York Mets, and California, Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels, whatever they are now.
So he was a player.
Yeah, it's like aggressively pursued. That kind of is confusing because I think back in the 80s, we kind of did that without phones and
I guess so.
pictures. Hey, what's up?
You know.
But he sent 3 inappropriate photographs.
Whoa.
You know what those are? I hope not, but...
No, can you show me?
No.
That would be a completely different picture in the back.
And then he asked one female reporter to send nude photographs of herself to him. You know, I worked with several very talented female sports writers in my career. Great ladies, great workers, good friends of mine.
Did you send him a photo?
No, they had to deal with other stuff like, why are you covering a football game? You're a girl, that kind of nonsense. I don't think they ever had the Mickey Callaway thing.
Man, well, they stick around long enough, no pun intended.
Yeah, well, what the hell's going on out there, people? We're a couple of days away from Valentine's Day, okay? Let's go into the Wayback Machine. Remember sitting in 2nd grade, elementary school on Valentine's Day, you get a little card, you start to blush. It says, "Be mine." It's from, Muffy McGillicuddy from across the classroom.
Muffy, you're taking me back, Steve.
And then you get the little heart. It tastes like crap, but it says, "Be mine," and then you blush.
Oh, God.
Wasn't that sweet? Then a few years later, You go out to the club. You kind of go to a bar. You see someone you kind of like. Look at them a couple times. You're like a smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
You just walk on over there and then you say, hey, do you come here often? And then she walks out and leaves.
Yeah, that was a different kind of awkward.
Yeah.
That was a different
But
kind
that's how it was. People were kind of nice or, realistic or honest.
Absolutely.
But nobody was taking pictures of their backside and send. But now we have Mickey.
Old Mickey Calloway.
Yep. Hello, Janice. Thank you so much for the great article you did on me in the Gazette. I appreciate it. Send. Hey, Barbie. Thanks for the interviewing me in the article on our picture. Send.
Oh, my God. Get the visual.
What is going on, people? This is so sick and disgusting. And this guy just peed away a very good career in Major League Baseball. Well paid. Excuse me for a second.
Itchy under there.
It's
science.
You got any talcum powder I can
Follow
borrow?
the science,
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Woo!
Hey, Mickey.
Well, I mean, Stevie, you are not incorrect that this guy is the douche of the week. But, on the dating thing, since it is Valentine's Day, should we discourage sending pictures of our genitals to each other?
I would say yes.
Okay, because
not just to us, to anyone.
to anyone. Okay.
Do you remember the days?
So I'm like, hey, Steve, we got a meeting tomorrow about the show, but change my background now. That's what you're saying.
Let's just become human again, can we?
Being awkward going against a girl. I'm not going against a girl, but you're trying to date some girl. You see a girl you think is hot, or a guy that a girl thinks is hot, or whatever. The awkwardness is part of it. And part of it is like breaking through that. But I didn't know. If I would have known that I could have took a picture of my butthole or a penis to break through, because somebody somewhere said this is a good idea. And it worked one time or something. So I
doubt it. Guys are that stupid. And they're, Mickey, where before you hit the send button did you think this is going to work? Are you kidding me? Are you out of your freaking mind?
That's like Steve, this is one of those things where you do want to like consult the boys. Hey, if I went up to my boy Steve and I said, I like this girl over there. She's hot. She's got a nice butt. I'm thinking about sending her a picture of my penis.
That's when I hit you with a 2x4 and call you a moron.
What do you think, Steve? Good idea? Should we weigh it out?
Yeah,
All right, so this
douche
is
of the week.
Douche of the week. Mickey, don't touch my camera, Calloway. All right. Well, let's take it on to Hero of the Week. Let's swing the pendulum, Stevie. What do you think?
Okay.
Here we go. Here it is. Steve, this is where, I appreciate your thoughts on the douche of the week. I think you were spot on. But the argument on there right now, my hero of the week, which I know you're going to have a little bit of a rant later, but is Tom Brady. GOAT. There is a GOAT kind of discussion trending on the internet. Is he the GOAT, or is it Serena?
Awesome, Serena.
Serena's awesome.
Still is.
And then, of course, my guy, Michael Jordan.
The best ever.
Michael Jordan. So
no LeBron?
No LeBron. I'm biased. You can't. It's Jordan all the way for me.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
But I can't even watch LeBron. I just can't even watch him. I know he's a great ball player, but the political climate of the NBA just makes me want to vomit. So I don't even want to go there because this is supposed to be our hero.
Right.
Right now, I've picked Tom Brady as my hero. He is the GOAT. So let me just lay it out for you, Steve, because I know you don't know anything about sports. He's been to 10 Super Bowls. He's won 7, and he's thrown a few touchdowns in them.
Yeah, so he's lost 3 Super Bowls.
So you're saying
Michael Jordan is undefeated. MJ, Air Jordan has never lost in a championship. And had he not lost $1 million on the golf course and then tried to play minor league baseball,
that's not proven.
He would have won 8 in a row.
That's fake news right there.
I said if he had not. I did not say it definitely happened.
Fake news by Steve the reporter. I'm throwing it out there because Jordan never did anything wrong in his entire NBA career. He is known to be the ultimate teammate and a loving teammate. And hence, possibly the GOAT.
I believe he beat the crap out of Steve Kerr.
Well, okay, one thing. One minor thing.
Yeah.
So you don't think that a team sport guy can be a GOAT?
Yeah, absolutely. It's MJ.
It's MJ. Better than 7 championships from.
Yeah.
All right, that's Steve. If you guys have a problem with that, leave a comment down in the section, or they can email us at TalkdaTalk podcast. It's talk with a D podcast, and give me your comments, and I'll get them on the air next week. But I'm thinking, I don't know. Okay, so let's move the conversation from there. I'm still saying I love Jordan. But I'm leaning towards Brady these days because, well, I don't think for myself. Okay, so but
Welcome
what
to
about
America?
What about?
Tell me what to say. Tell me what to think.
Hey, ow. All right, so what about the Super Bowl? Let's get some comments on that. We got like 3-4 minutes for that.
What'd you think of Weekend at Bernie's, the halftime show?
Oh my gosh, the weekend. That was definitely a long weekend because I didn't know what was going on, and I saw all these guys with underwear on their head. I almost wanted to wear underwear on my head with a little yellow stain on them, but
what about the zombie eyes, the red zombie eyes?
I don't get it, but
do you remember back in the day when you had to have a hit to be able to do the Super Bowl halftime?
Now you're showing your age there, old man. You're showing your age. Like you have to go out of the 1979 genre of classical music into today's what we call, I guess that would be considered techno, industrial, hip-hop.
Listen,
it's not hip-hop.
The guy, I'm sorry, The Weeknd had a great voice.
Could sing.
The music was not me, but I just had never heard any of those songs, and I know I'll never hear them again.
You're right about that. 10 years from now, The Weeknd will be on a long weekend. But I will say that all the kids 25 years and younger that I talked to sort of dug it. But everybody that could actually pay to go into the Super Bowl, they did not like it.
No one paid this year, John. It was all free.
But I'm saying if you could. If you could pay to get in the Super Bowl, which I would not do, because it would have to, mortgage my house to get there. But not a lot of people liked it. It was like he did nothing, and there was all this stuff going around him that nobody understood.
The bands of the 90s, which was a great decade. U2 in 2001 was the best ever, Where the Streets Have No Name. Whitney Houston, the national anthem in 91.
Phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
My favorite as well.
Yeah, everyone in the 90s, they were transgenerational.
Uh-oh.
Don't say trans. I'm talking about multi-generations. So the songs didn't just hit one age group of like 17 to 19 and a half. They had songs that everybody liked.
Preach it. Well, I don't know. What do you do in a pandemic? Maybe, maybe Cher wasn't available. I just don't know.
I know Sonny wasn't.
Sonny's not singing like he used to. Anyway, not so sunny anymore. All right, so
it's gonna snow 8 inches tonight.
We got a couple more minutes. Let's hit on the commercials. What's your thoughts on the commercials? Now I'm gonna throw out one because I don't know about you, but I was born in the USA, and I have been born to run. After I eat a lot of Taco Bell, but that's a different kind of run. But anyway, we have the Bruce Springsteen Unify the Country commercial by the Jeep. What you thinking about that one, homeboy?
I like the boss. I don't really like his politics, but The screen door slams. Mary's dress fades like a vision. She dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison singing for the lonely.
Talk about transgenderational. I have no idea what that song is, but
Thunder Road?
Never
Come
heard
on,
of it.
bro.
I've never heard Thunder
like a
Road.
Classic.
I know one. Born in the USA, but I have policies from the USSR. But I mean, that's what I know. But they hauled him out there. They got him. I mean, he's looking a little older these days. He's getting a little up there.
Who ain't?
Yeah, ain't got the shape. If round is a shape, I'm in shape. But like, he's looking good for his age. Goes out there, grabs some dirt, throws a cowboy hat on, puts a church in the background, and unifies the country. What do you think?
Okay.
Well,
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but if you then tell everyone who disagrees with you that they're racist, homophobes, xenophites, or xeno something.
I'm a misogynist myself, but it's because I like
My
lotion.
neck hurts. Can you help me later?
I like lotion, that's why. But speaking of, hey,
Follow the science.
Yeah. So anyway, they haul out his old butt out there, but my problem is the next day, the old Jeep, they find old Bruce singing his, what is it, Thunder Road with a Miller Lite case in the back, 2 vodkas in his hand, getting pulled over by the cops.
He was driving down Blunder Road that night.
Yes, he was, man. And the thunder was rolling, and he got pulled over, and he got a DUI, and guess what? Jeep pulled his commercial, so
I bet he had already.
For the Unity.
I bet he had already cashed his check.
Well, oh my gosh,
like he needs it. But do you remember when
he's not going to care at all about that? But
do you remember when Super Bowl commercials were stupid and funny? It was the whole goal was have something really creative, something that made you laugh.
Yeah,
now
they actually made you want to watch the game because some of the Super Bowl games were bad. You know what I mean? And
oh yeah,
it would make you suffer through that, right? To get to you'd actually suffer through the game to get to the commercials. The problem is, though, at this point, we're old enough to remember that. I don't remember the last time there was good commercials.
Because everything's preachy. We got to preach at people and tell them they're wrong and any thought they've ever, their grandma, their mom, everyone with traditional values is evil and you've got to unite, but only listen to me.
Born in the USA. But anyway, what about the Matthew McConaughey 3D chip thing? I didn't get that. I don't know. Did any bad? Will Ferrell tried.
I almost giggled.
Yeah, he makes you smile just walking on screen. So
He's
I like
trying to go to Norway or something. I mean, that was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want the little M&M guys. I can't even remember what they did back, but it was funny.
Was there a Bud Light commercial?
Budweiser made some big statement that they weren't going to have any commercials, and then I saw so many Budweiser commercials, and
Did they bring out the binary gender-free horses?
No, the horses stayed in the barn, so to speak.
I wish so would they.
Mickey Callaway should have got this.
Callaway should have been on that horse, man. He had a picture of that horse that we don't want to see. All right, anyway. So anything else you want to say about the Super Bowl? Steve?
I was shocked.
I did like the game. Commercials suck. If they could just blend those two.
You cannot have fun in the United States anymore. Everything is the end of the world.
Remember when Jimmy Kimmel was funny before he was on the Man Show? Now he's a hypocrite.
I never liked him, but that's all right.
All right, we'll move on. Well, you know what? With all this crazy stuff, Steve, we need to get it out. And so we've got our segment, the 10-second scream. Are you ready?
Almost. Let me breathe. People, we need a 10...
Exhale and inhale.
We need a 10-second scream once a week to let out all our inner emotions. We've been yelling at each other for so long. Every 4 years, Republicans are racist, Democrats are socialist. Yeah. Let's just scream because we want to, okay?
Okay. Can I put a picture up to make a scream?
Go ahead.
You ready?
1,
2,
3.
Oh my God! Look at the bad horse, man!
Oh,
There's not
Baba! Yes. Oh, the humanity!
The humanity!
The humanity!
Oh my gosh, we gotta and breathe. Thank you. That's been the 10-second scream segment.
You know what that means?
What?
Guess what? We can be on Facebook now.
Twitter! Kick me off.
We hate it.
YouTube can't kick.
We screamed at Trump, so we're on their team.
Parlor! Oh wait, Parlor can't kick. They kicked off Parlor. Sorry. Well, thank you. I hope you got a good scream, good laugh. Let's move on. What do we do? Steve, I think it's time for top stories. Top stories, and I'm going to give you this one first because this is right up your professional alley. And everybody doesn't know, Steve is an award-winning sports writer, an amazing writer in general.
Thank you.
You know, he's not bad for an old guy. But this week, you know, you've covered sports how many years?
30.
30 years. So that's, you know, that's all right.
I covered Valparaiso University for 2 years. They recruited you a little bit back in the day when you were
covered
pitching.
Sports 29 years and 365 days more than I.
Okay.
So all I have is an opinion on this, but you are like a professional, so I'm sure people want to hear what you feel. Valparaiso dropped the name Crusaders, and they're getting rid of their mascot. What do you got to say?
Are you kidding me? What are they going to be now? The Fighting Jihadis?
No, that's
too
conservative.
What is this name changing? Okay, I give the woke crowd who hates everything about our past, I give them the Redskins. That was disgusting. The Cleveland Indians, oh my God, that's horrible. No, it isn't.
What about the Braves?
The Braves are going. The Chiefs will soon be the Kansas City Slumping Tulips.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Can't wait to get that logo.
Where's Mickey Callaway's number?
I mean, like, I've had a slumping tulip all week. That's my wife.
Oh, dear God, help us. Come on. I mean, because a hate group used the term Crusaders, so we have to just eliminate our school's history.
CNN used the word Crusaders? Oh, you're talking about the KKK.
No, I'm reading the subhead in the article.
Okay.
Because hate groups used it. So,
yeah.
Valparaiso High School, great school, covered many games there. You can no longer be the Vikings because some guy with a Viking hat was walking around the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, Minnesota, you're doomed. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
I never thought of that, Steve. That is great.
Get rid of them, all of them. New England Patriots, guess what?
If you're not on the left, you're not a Patriot.
But there were groups at the Capitol who called themselves Patriots.
Oh, my
Racist.
Lord.
So, the New England... We had slumping tulips, the New England yawning daisies.
Yawning daisies? Okay,
yeah,
well,
because we can't offend anyone.
Thank God daisies can't talk.
We can't offend anyone, ever.
What about,
just can't.
You were saying something about the Fighting Irish.
Yep, I was. I'm from Indiana and I'm Irish. From now on, the Notre Dame football team, we can't have, because the little red-headed little guy...
Don't say midget.
That's offensive.
Thank
you. Thanks for editing my script. But he makes all Irish people look stupid and they feel less about themselves. So
do they feel small?
Yes, they do. Like drunken Irish people who fight. That's not true. There's nothing about that's true.
No. And I'm offended.
Yeah. If you...
I've been thinking about this. I go to a restaurant and they have Greek salad. And I know that's going to be a very much imposition on those who have done the toss salad in the prison system. And so as a Greek guy, I don't want to be lumped in with that.
That's good thinking. Because now...
Thank you. You've never said that to me before. That's a first.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's just insane. It'll never end. You give people with small brains too much power. It's never enough. They're the angriest people ever. What'd you say? It was on Facebook and.
So like two groups got out there. The first group was anti-Crusader and anti-mascot Crusader, and then they got, like, the way it's reported is they got thousands of people joining that group immediately. But then an anti-group against that group that were for it did it, And they got thousands of people too, but they didn't choose that one because it wasn't PC enough.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just sad. It's just sad.
Every institution is now far, far, far left, and they can control thought. They can't control my thought, but they can control speaking.
Oh, yes, they can. Just wait.
Well, I'm trying. Well, I've been wearing my tinfoil hat.
Alive with the sound of music. Do you remember those days when we could just strive for happiness?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm a rebel.
You are a rebel. Well, so is there anything you want to say closing that up? Because we're going to move on to the next segment.
Yeah. Listen, I covered Valpo for 2 years. Never once did at halftime, they do a reenactment of the sack of Jerusalem. Never once. Oh my God. The Crusades were like 1,200 years ago.
So what you're saying is on the basketball court when the mascot got out there, they didn't take a knife.
No.
Start chopping off Muslims' heads?
No.
Okay. And
it's the whole definition of the word changed. It was just some little chubby guy who couldn't get dates. Walking around,
throwing T-shirts into the audience.
They did do that.
It's the same thing, Steve. Come on.
I don't even think he had a story.
It's the new 1619 project. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, and it'll never end. The Frankfurt hot dogs, I want their name getting rid of because I eat too many hot dogs and I'm fat, and it makes me feel bad.
I feel you.
See you, Frankfurt.
All right, well, let's bring it up to a lighter topic. I'm upset with that one. I'm with you on that one, Steve. I wanted to bring up a story that I thought was pretty good. This one, I'm going to play a little 1-minute video, and Steve, I want to get your thoughts on this, so I'm going to throw it out there. And here it goes.
Greg grew up in Detroit.
He told me he grew up on a farm.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
No, Dina. No, not a lot. In fact, Jack, I should clarify this. I didn't actually grow up in a farm per se. The house that we grew up in was originally erected in the early Dutch farm colonial style. So that, plus we had a lot of pets.
Which one did you milk then?
Dad,
Honey, he said he pumped milk.
What have you ever milked?
Cat?
A cat?
I milked a cat once. You want to hear a story?
Sure.
My sister had a cat, and the cat birthed a litter of kittens. Must have been 30 of them. And there was this one little runt, this little sweet little engine that could run, who could, wanted to get up there and couldn't really get access to the teat. Teat?
Dad.
What have you. I went in and just simply, just into a little saucer, and then took the saucer and fed it to Geppetto. That's what I named him, Geppetto.
I had no idea you could milk a cat.
Oh, yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Okay, could we change the subject, perhaps?
All right, so why am I talking about this? Steve, I don't know if you know this, in the UK, let me bring up my notes here. I'm not going to go into it too deeply, but the PC culture is now taking over science. Hey, science. It's all about the science, Stevie. Thank you for washing your hands again. Don't touch your mask. Anyway, so the PC culture is taking over the midwives and in this UK system of hospitality, making it a PC climate where the language has to change when it comes to giving birth.
Okay.
All right. So let me give you 3 topics or phrases that they're changing. It's no longer mom's giving birth. It's now birthing parent. It's no longer breastfeeding. It's now chest feeding. And it's no longer breast milk. It's now chest milk. Bam. This is the new world we're living in.
So in the future, when you have a child and you put all the balloons outside, it's just going to say, we had a human?
We had a human, and Dad can tape some evaporated milk up to his boobs now, or take a hormone shot, and he can do it because guys can chest feed. Guys
Okay,
can
did
chest-
I miss something in science class?
Apparently, we fell asleep that day.
Men can't have children, correct?
Well, they can now out of
Where?
out of their pooper.
Where? It hasn't happened yet, correct? It's
I
just
thought
theoretical.
I thought they can inject your bunghole with some taffy or something, and
I could care less what people do or who they think they are, but it's pretty simple. The whole Joe Biden Transgender Freedom Act, that actually wasn't democracy. It was just some guy writing something.
the king. with his
Okay,
pen.
we had a parade. Everyone cheered. Oh, that's awesome. And again, I don't know what these people.
You give them an inch, they take a mile, right? Give them the parade, okay? I'll hand them water, whatever. I don't hate anybody. You don't hate anybody, do you?
No, of course not.
No,
And
but can we stop trying to make guys be girls? Can we stop? Like,
But just, you go to the thing, you feel great about yourself. I helped someone. Oh, aren't I wonderful? Then you go to your daughter's 7th grade girls basketball game. They lose by 130 to 2 mustaches, 2 beards, and a goatee.
yes. Well, dude, imagine the happiest time of your life. You're giving birth to Marley, or in my case, Elijah. And he comes out, they wipe him off like they do in the movies, get the duck butter off, okay? And then they hand the beautiful baby, usually to who?
The mother first.
The mother. But now, you got a choice.
Give me that.
You got a choice, and you're like, son, come here. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, excuse this boob to get the milk to come out of this boob. I don't know how they do it. I don't get it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good for the kid.
Yep.
Well, maybe they can put some Miller Lite in there. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I just thought we should bring that forward and say,
Madness.
Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? All right, and I'm going to just hit on this last one real quick. Okay? I'm done with the chess cop. But everybody knows the big story right now is Disney. Disney fired Gina Carino, and for some tweets she made basically saying, like, the political... what is that?
It's Walt Disney. He's calling me from the next world.
Hello?
Walt, we're
Walt?
talking about your company. We'll get back
There
to
he
you.
is. So you can see on the screen there's Gina Carino and Pedro, whatever his name is. And there's the tweet that she did. Basically, this lady running down the street. She basically said, in this political climate, it's a little bit like that, where the neighbors are turning over neighbors to the Gestapo. And we don't want a political climate like that. I don't see that as anything offensive to the Jews. I don't think she should be canceled. I just think she's speaking some weird truth there, right? Now, I'm not... do you like Holocaust comparisons in any form? I don't.
Normally, no. Sometimes it does work. She's making a point here. She's not applauding the Holocaust.
Genocide. She's not saying, let's go kill Jews. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty
Not
obvious.
at all. She's pointing out how if you have a Biden sign in your yard and your neighbor has a Trump sign, that you have to hate them and tattle and scream and I'm going to send you to a re-education camp. That's not America. It is what it is today. It doesn't need to be. We can get along with people we disagree with. I am a conservative. I worked in a newsroom for 30 years.
That's a lot.
I was Tom Hanks on the island with the long beard. There was nobody high-fiving me about my cultural or political views. I had great friends there. Got along with all of them. We disagreed. One of the best.
Now we got cancel culture. Now we have a cancel culture.
guess.
And so what people
That's why
are
many
pissed off
peop-
about is there's the picture of Pedro. He's actually the Mandalorian. This is what we're talking about, Star Wars Mandalorian. He tweets something similar that I don't agree with, right? It's just about kids in cages and Jewish kids in camps, right? And they're saying, well, why didn't he get fired? And this is the problem. This is sort of what you're talking about. The problem is we're not talking to each other, and one group has all the power in every institution to shut anybody and everybody down. They're kicking people off. Project Veritas got kicked off Twitter. Trump's still kicked off Twitter. Yesterday they announced they will never let him back on.
Good. Go on.
Yeah, well, I think he has the right to speak. I'm a
agree.
free
I
speech
was
guy. I know
being
you.
sarcastic.
But this is what happens when you speak in their world and they don't like it. And I think they'll turn on their own too.
No, it always happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
So-
had Trump not been on Twitter, he probably would have won in November.
Absolutely. He killed himself with his mouth. No, but I guess my point, I'm really concerned about free speech in this country.
Absolutely.
Very much concerned about it, but now I talked to a teacher yesterday that is preaching free speech as long as it doesn't hurt somebody, as long as...
That's how you shut it down.
Yeah, and I'm like, who gets to be the police of that one? I mean, are you getting to decide what doesn't hurt somebody? So I don't know, like, I grew up where I was called a douchebag every day on the football field, and nobody's, thank God they don't mic those fields because they'd all be canceled. Maybe watching a ball on a green field. But anyway, all right, I'll shut up.
It's
about
madness, and George Orwell is spinning over in his grave, just saying, "See, I told you." When the
are not
language
lying.
means nothing, and only a very few allow it to go on, the place gets crazier. We need to stop this. We need to be able to talk with someone we disagree with, and then maybe have a beer with them when you're done. We don't
both.
have to scream at each
Absolutely,
other.
absolutely. And I think media plays a big part of that in the division in the country. But anyway, now that I've got you ramped up, Steve, are you ready to rant? Are you ready to just let it all go?
Yes!
Yes. So, people, this is Steve's Rant of the Week.
Okay, folks. Yeah, I'm a little irritated, and I just said we shouldn't yell at each other. This time I'm going to yell at the big guy upstairs.
Oh, no.
Kind of. It's a prayer. But it factors into a very, very big event that happened this week. So, dear Jesus, I want to thank you so much for the love, grace, and mercy that you brought to this world.
Shunda.
I appreciate the way you have held me and my family up through a very difficult time. You rule, bro. But can I ask you just one teeny, weeny, teeny question? I need some spiritual guidance. There is one thing with two words that I cannot understand at all. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Tom effing Brady. There cannot be one single male in North America who can like Tom Brady one little bit. Not one. On Sunday, when we were watching the Super Bowl and getting into this and that, the X's and the O's, grandma, mom, sister, wife, girlfriend, were all dipping their Tostitos into the cheese bowl and then looking up and staring at Tom Brady's ass. Every last one of them. And then here we sit on the other side of the couch. Hey, baby, how you doing? Let's see, Tom Brady or you? It's insane. The guy is richer than Jeff Bezos, or, well, you, Lord.
Oh, my God.
He's married to a supermodel. He's running out of fingers to put all of his effing rings on. And the rat bastard gets cuter every day he gets older. Midas is surely sick of Brady's touch. Come on. I mean, he's probably ticked off he didn't win the $1 billion Mega Millions lottery ticket last week. I mean, it's insane. I can see him outside his mansion looking up at the sky and say, come on, dude. Why didn't I win? What did I do? I wish I had a dime for every time I heard Tom Brady is the GOAT this week. I might be able to buy something. But let me tell you why he is not the GOAT and he can never, ever be. First, Tom Brady lost to the Bears.
Ooh.
The Matt Nagy coached Bears. A game where TB couldn't count to 4. You lose to the Bears, that eliminates you of ever being called the GOAT, good sir. And lastly, and most importantly in these times, the GOAT has supported Donald Trump. GOAT game is now over. He cannot be the GOAT because he had a Trump sign in his yard. You are Hitler.
Oh my gosh.
You are Satan. You are Abba. Done.
Done? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Steve. And that's been Steve's rant of the week. Steve, that was excellent, man, but you don't really mean that.
Yes, I do.
You do.
Oh, I do.
What are you? Oh my God. Use some of that stuff, will you? Hey,
Yeah,
guys.
my wife was wearing a Brady jersey for the game.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She never looked more hot to you.
She wasn't looking at me.
I mean, since you saw Fridge line up. The Fridge line up. Anyway, hey, guys, we want to thank you for our first episode. We love you guys. Steve, thank you for your rant of the week and all the other insights this week. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed Talk to Talk. You can find us on all your podcasting apps, and you can go to YouTube and see this thing in video where you can see my beautiful body and, of course, Steve's beautiful face. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And, by the way, we keep it clean here. Keeping it clean. All right. Everybody, we want to encourage you to follow the Science and keep your hands washed. I don't know. And have a great week. We'll see you next Friday. Come back and join us next Friday. Talk to Talk with me, John, and my good boy, Steve. We are out of here.